Hello YouTube, Rocky3 here, back with another kicking action figure review. Today's action figure review is over the Young Justice Invasion Batman figure from Mattel. Yeah, so it's kind of like DC Universe Classics and etc. You know, it's from Mattel, just like all the other 6-inch DC figures and stuff. But that's from my Young Justice series. And it's this is the only Young Justice figure I have. But the thing that attracted me to the Young Justice line was how much stuff these figures came with. Holy crap, they come with a lot of stuff. But yeah, a buddy of mine got me this for my birthday. Thank you so much. He doesn't really have a YouTube channel or anything, so shouting him out might be a little pointless, but he knows who he is. Thank you so much, man. You're the best. He also got me a black suit Superman from Movie Masters, so yeah. Anyways, Young Justice Invasion Batman. Pretty cool figure. Just the Batman, didn't come with Robin or any of the Young Justice League members. But let's show you what he did come with. He came with, oops, this. Look at that. Isn't that cool? This little diorama piece. You can put him anywhere on it. See, yeah, it's taller than he is. It's a fantastic piece. So if you're in the ACBA, worth picking up just for the diorama. And he got himself one too, my buddy that picked this up for me. He said they were only $10 a piece where he found them. Insane price, probably will never see it again. But yeah, this is really cool. He's got a gargoyle, a peg hole up top there, and a little place to stand in. A peg hole on this side. Then you see they got paint detail on the bricks here, or the concrete blocks or whatever. Lots of good detail there, all cracked up on the side. Even the roughed up edges. Just hollow in the back. But that's really cool. And that's not all he comes with either. He also comes with not one, but two batarangs. Right there. And a smoke bomb. Oh, let that focus. Isn't that cool? My buddy puts his smoke bomb on the lower peg. That's where his is. And he has his Batman pose with a batarang and then his GCUC Wave 20 green arrow up top. Crazy cool. But just so you guys know, Batman holds the batarangs just fine. Let me get one in his hand real quick. And there it is. Batman with a batarang. Pretty cool. That's the only problem with this figure, really. I'll point that out in a sec. But yeah, how about we get into articulation now? So yeah, articulation on this guy. The head goes up a nice little bit. Not really down though, but up, nice direction, and they're side to side. Arms can go up and down and forward and back, but they're really hindered by the cape, which I'll talk about in a bit. But yeah, that's a big hindrance there. But you got a swivel on the bicep that's also kind of blocked by the cape, since you can't bring the arms up. And then elbow bend and wrist rotation. Not to mention good old ab crunch, waist joint, forward and back on the legs. In and out, got thigh rotation right there, knee bend, and up and down on the foot. But yeah, now articulation's away, let's talk about the detail. Of course, the head, it's cartoony, you can tell it's from an animated series. No big deal though, I got figures from animated series, yeah. Doesn't really bother me. But if you guys like a different look, don't really like the animated series look, maybe you'll want to swap heads or something. But the body, actually pretty good. I was talking about the cape earlier, and it might be a little short for some's taste, but it doesn't bother me a bit, because it looks just fine in my opinion. And over the shoulders with the cape looks really good. You see Batman like that all the time, but they're not near enough figures with shoulders like this. Yeah, I say not near enough because it looks good, but at the same time, as you saw, hinders the arm articulation very much. But the rest of this figure is actually pretty spectacular. Even though obviously it does look animated, but that's accuracy, so you can't really rag on that. The paint job is actually really clean. His bat symbol has a little scuff on it, but it was like that when I got it. But it is sculpted in there, and that bat symbol is really the only thing that's not that clean. You can see it's a little to the left maybe, and got a scuff. But it's sculpted in there. And then he's got this armory sculpting all over him. And his little that thing's there. But one of the coolest things about these figures is these rivets or brass knuckly things that he has I think those look really cool. Nice touch to the figure. Really nice. I feel like that's definitely something Batman would have. Utility belt looks alright, you know, for the orange and the gold buckle. Looks okay. Got the black undies. And the feet have detail as well. See that? Yeah, the detail all around the feet. Really nice. Peg holes. So yeah, this Batman figure looks pretty good actually. So now how about we get into some size comparisons. Here's our Batman with two other figures from Mattel. Here he is with the DC Unlimited New 52 Batman. I'm really sorry to see that series leave. I think it might be ending. They might cancel it. By the time I have this video uploaded, it might have already been canceled. They're probably going to cancel the Signature Collection at any rate, but hey, whatever. So, same exact figure as the All-Star, except a different paint job. So this will scale up with your All-Star as well. As you can see, they look just fine. So if you like to have all your Batman figures together, then they'll look great together. Scale up well. Not to mention Blue Beetle over here. If you're working on a Young Justice display, I don't know if any Young Justice series made a Blue Beetle figure. And I think this one's actually pretty hard to find because it is Wave 13 of DC Universe Classics. But that Blue Beetle's just a little bit shorter than him, so you can believe that he's kind of a teenager. And I think that looks great as well. So I might display him with this Blue Beetle. I don't think I will because I have like a Batman only cubby thing that I put him in. But yeah, so he scales up well with your other DC Universe Classics, DC Unlimited figures, and etc. Here he is with some Movie Masters, also from Mattel, but usually scaled down a bit. Here he is with the Dark Knight Rises Batman, which is the same as the Dark Knight Batman, except with different paint. And you know, there's several other Batmans just like this in 3-packs, 2-packs, etc. But yeah, way too short. He's not going to scale up well with your Batman Movie Masters. Kind of sad, but he'd also might look out of place with them anyway, since he's got a cartoonish design and these guys have a movie design. And then here he is with your Man of Steel Movie Masters. Here I have the Man of Steel Jor-El. Pretty cool, also from Mattel, obviously. And he's just a little taller than the Jor-El. The Superman Movie Masters is scaled up a bit, but he might not scale in completely. If you want to pose him around, he'll look better. Like if you have him posed in your displays, you could probably go with him, but at the same time, might look out of place because he's cartoony. Now here he is with some DC Direct figures. I have to hold them both because I don't want stands to interfere with the scaling. Dove I can get to stand if I work with her a little bit, but Knight's not going to stand by himself. But yeah, here he is with Dove and Knight. Knight from Batman Incorporated and Dove from Brightest Day. And he obviously does not scale up well with either of them. Knight and Dove are both too big, so he's not going to go with your DC Direct figures at all. So all in all, what do I think of the Young Justice Invasion Batman figure? Even at full price, this figure is worth getting. It's really cool if you're fans of Young Justice, Teen Titans, if you're fans of just Batman, ACBA, or cool action figures. This is a cool guy to get. I mean, DC Comics fans would love this figure. It's spectacular. The only real problem I can find with him is that his cape hinders arm articulation. That's it. That's all I can see. I mean, he's got decent paint, good detail, more detail than they probably had to do. They chose to give him that much detail. They didn't have to include these dioramas at all, didn't have to give him the batarangs and smoke bomb. Mattel didn't have to do that, but they did. They did, and I wouldn't have got this figure if he didn't come with that cool stuff. Well, I would have, obviously, because it was a birthday gift, but I wouldn't have picked him up myself. I would totally be willing to pick this guy up myself if I ever ran across him before I would got it for my birthday. You guys know what I mean. But yeah, great figure, great detail. You got the same articulation, just a little hindered at the shoulders. But I've got to give this figure, the figure itself gets 4 out of 5 stars. Just the figure. But everything as a whole, with the diorama and the batarangs and stuff, that's 5 out of 5 stars. The package as a whole is 5 out of 5, but the figure itself, I want to give 4 to, because I feel like Mattel deserves a 5 out of 5 for this guy, for giving us all this other great stuff with him, but at the same time, I can't lift his arms up to pose him. So, really, he gets a 4.5 out of 5. I know, I've never given a half rating for an action figure before, but 4.5 out of 5 I think is pretty good. So, yeah, I gotta go, you guys. I got work. I gotta get to work. I'm not gonna be late. I have plenty of time. That's the only reason I filmed. But, yeah, I gotta get to work. So, yeah, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool stuff. Thank you all so much for supporting this video. And, yeah, I will see you all later.